Well, I'm stripping the paint off of the original driver's door to my truck. I had to do some welding. Along here, some spot welds. The skin of the door had come loose from years of use. People climbing up on the door to get into the cab, all that stuff. And the door was dragging. It had sagged. Also, I replaced the top hinge. Now, the bottom screws are clutch head. Most irritating. They like to round out. And these are clutch head screws are used throughout the Chevrolet closed cab trucks. The door that I purchased last year, beginning of the summer, was from a GMC 2.5 ton closed cab truck. All of the screws that were used in the 2.5 ton Jimmys were Phillips head screws like this. You know, I really don't care that they're Phillips. They came out without a whole lot of problem with some heat, and now I'm just stripping the paint. You know, I have to say I am disappointed at you know, a lot of people just see this stuff as old rusty military vehicle junk. But I mean, look at all the holes that somebody drilled in this for stupid mirrors. I mean, even up here on the top of the door. I'll get back a bit. You know, there are 2 holes here, and another 2 here with one of the screws or bolts broken off in there. So it just, I don't know, I just get irritated. So, I found a good way to remove the paint without a sandblaster or without a wire wheel or sanding discs or anything like that. And it is with fire. So I'll give you a quick demonstration here. I have one of these torches, and you can see the frost on the nozzle. That's because as the gas leaves the bottle, it is very exothermic and gets super cold. So, now it's not going to fire. There we go. I got my torch going. Get a really nice stiff wire brush. And just heat the paint till it burns. Easy as just a little scrub. I don't even have to put a whole lot of pressure on it, on the brush, to get the paint to go away. So there's green paint on top, white paint below it, blue paint below it, more green, then black. Factory black protectant. This truck originally was, after World War II, was bought by a vineyard, or I should say, a vinter, in Rancho Cucamonga, California. And in fact, from the little bit of research that I did, and a good friend of mine who has a truck and lives in the area, all three vintners, I don't know, we're in Italy. Just after the North Africa campaign. And they thought, what a good idea to come home and after the war and raise grapes. They were all three of them were from the same area in Rancho. And I don't know how much of the story is true. One of the guy's fathers started Galliano Winery right there in Jurupa Valley. And I think his color that he painted all of his trucks were white. And that's where this truck originally came from, the Galliano Winery. And the other two guys respectively painted their trucks blue and red. Turn the camera just a bit. There we go. That gets you to the action. So, you know, they used these trucks on the farms, you know, and it was, as a lot of people think, it's just rusty old junk. One of my buddies in San Diego has a joke where he goes, this is just rusty old crap, who really wants it anyway? And I tell him, I guess we're the nutty ones that do. So if you've looked at any of my other videos and have seen the link to G503.com of my restoration thread, you can see that the restoration thread only has photographs on it, which you can see how much had been done to this truck. And one gal comments, she commented once that it truly is a labor of love, and that's true, Jen, thanks. One of the benefits that I found to heating the metal or removing paint this way is that the steel has a memory. You know, not like an intelligent memory, but a memory of where it used to be. And I stripped the hood doing this. And the hood was pretty wrinkly, and while I was doing this procedure, the hood made a whole bunch of noises as it was going back into the original shape that it was in. I had to help the hood along with some, you know, a hammer and a dolly. But, you know, this door is in much better condition than the one I bought and tried to install. In fact, we'll go over and look at it right now. So I tried to do some welding tried to video the welding this morning, but there was too much of a glare. The problem with this door is that it's bent in this area, which causes the top of the door to lean out and the bottom of the door to lean out. And I didn't know it, because you really don't know until you get it on the hinges and in the frame of the opening. And plus it rubs in this area right here. You can see how the new paint's been rubbed off and the metal is visible below. So I'm gonna have to take the new glass run channel out of here and pull the regulator. This all just unscrews. See, here's another one of those clutch head screws. Anyway, this part just unscrews, and it's very simple. Then the whole assembly can come out with the glass and everything. And so see, and since I tuned up the other door, this door rests right there. I really have to push it to get it to close, and that's not what I want. So, but anyway, no big deal. What I'll wind up doing on this door over here is I will wind up cutting some small pieces of 22 gauge steel and covering the holes from the back and soldering them back into place, and then I'll use the steel putty. I tried to weld these two holes here, and just the steel just started to blow out. So I don't know how I'll get this horrible dent out of here. It's hard to see, but it's pretty bad. So I will probably wind up just having to use a little bit more Bondo in this area too. So, but that's it for this video. I like to keep things. I like to keep as much of the original equipment that was built onto the truck at the time as I can, but that's not always possible. We've had quite a bit of rain. Here's just a look inside the bed of my truck. The teak oil that I used sealed the wood very nicely. And I remember this time last year, after the rain had hit the wood, gosh, I don't know, 12 or 15 times the surface of the wood started to turn black. But looks like all is well, you know. And yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say other than thanks for watching my video. Hope everybody has a great Friday night. Be safe, and we'll see you later.